few months ago, we bought one of the most talked about sets of cookware on the market. We spent nearly $400 on them, and after months of cooking with them, we can tell you one thing confidently: they will not make you a better chef. But stick with us because we're going to talk about the things we love about them, what surprised us, what's fallen short, and whether or not this set of HexClad cookware is worth the investment. So every great chef, every home cook, everybody that needs to make a meal has to have a good pan. That's why we're here today. So we've seen a lot of hype about these pans, and we decided to put our money where our mouth is today, and we bought a set. Now, before I get going any further, we are not sponsored by HexClad. They did not ask us to make this video. They did not send us this cookware. We found a deal at Costco and decided to buy our own set. We actually created an unboxing video. As Xander and I got into it, we realized that we were getting ahead of ourselves. We decided that we were going to push pause and just get into the kitchen and cook with them for a couple of months before we came back to you, our sous chefs, with our honest opinions. So we're gonna talk about why we bought these pans. We're gonna talk about what we love about them. We're going to go through some learning curves that we experienced along the way. And we're gonna talk about who these are actually for and give our honest red shoe review on whether we'd recommend them or not. Topic number one, why did we buy them in the first place? They are really expensive, right? So nearly $400 for a 7-piece set. We have 3 saute pans. We got 3 different lids to fit. And then the deal that we found at Costco not only knocked a few dollars off, but it also gave us a quote, free pan. Now, there is no such thing as free. We did really pay for these. However, that was the deal. If you buy the set of 6, they throw in a 7th pan free, and this one is what they call a wok. You can see here the difference in sizes and the shape. A wok has that nice big round edge with a very small base, very wide open top for sauteing things very, very quickly. So first of all, we got a deal. Second of all, Gordon Ramsay is the face on these pans. He's a trusted chef. He has a number of restaurants with Michelin stars. He is a master chef. He has put in his hours, and I trust him. So with a name like that, we figured they must be a pretty quality product. He wouldn't put a stamp of approval on something that was kind of chintzy. We also knew that these pans had been claimed to be PFAS free. And if you don't know what PFAS is, I will put a link in the description down below. You can go check that stuff out. Essentially, it is the Teflon coating that is in nonstick pans. There's a lot of research being done on them that says that they might not be safe to use over the long haul. And more importantly, they're not safe to use with utensils that are made of metal. You scrape that up, get that in your body, and it could potentially be harmful. I'm not going to get into any arguments about it, but that's what we're looking at here. HexClad has a stainless steel hexagonal pattern on it that allows you to use metal utensils inside them. That is what we had wanted, so it came time to finally buy these pans. So now that you know why we've bought them, we want to go through what we love about them. Xander and I have put in a number of months now of testing, of cooking, of just getting into the kitchen together and using these pans day in and day out. We have cooked everything from eggs, we've sauteed onions, we've seared chicken and fish, we have made pancakes in them, and many other things. And now we know what we love about them. These things are gorgeous. First and foremost, right out of the box, everything looks fantastic. The packaging is clean and really, really slick. The pans themselves are jet black with that bright stainless steel hexagonal pattern on them that looks luxurious. It looks heavy duty. It looks like it's going to have longevity, and it just screams high quality. I love that. We also love the versatility of these pans because you can use them on every type of cooking surface. I have gas behind me. I have used them on induction tops because they are induction ready. You can use them on an electric coil stove. You can use them on a glass cooktop. They can be used on every cooking surface that you will find in your home. I love that because I'm able to take these pans with me over to friend's house or family's house and use them there. It does not skip a beat, and I love that flexibility to be able to cook wherever I need to or wherever I want to. Another thing we love about these is that they heat up incredibly fast. Some pans, if they're really heavy gauge metal, take quite some time to heat up. specifically my cast iron pans. If you've seen our smash burger episode, you will see that that pan can take upwards of 15 minutes to get hot enough for it to sear a piece of meat. These pans come up in a matter of seconds. Love that about this because it cuts down the time that I'll take to cook a meal in home. Another thing too, while it's heating up, it is dispersing the heat very evenly. A lot of different materials will heat up unevenly, causing hot spots and warping in different areas of the pan. And if you don't cook with them often enough, you don't know where those are. And you run the risk of absolutely hammering your piece of meat or undercooking other things in other areas of the pan. These are built really, really well, so that way they disperse that heat, so every spot in the pan, no matter how big or small your burner is, will cook relatively the same. These are also a breeze to clean. Because of that coating on the inside of the pan and the way it's constructed, it doesn't take much to go into the sink. Clean it down with a little bit of soap and water, wipe everything out, and they're ready to go again. There's no need to put them in the dishwasher, and we highly recommend that you don't. Lastly, I can use my metal fish spatula, and I have in many episodes now, and I do not have any trepidation about getting in there and scraping up whatever it is that I'm cooking. I don't have to use silicone topped tongs or anything like that. I don't have to buy secondary extra fussy equipment on something that's already cost me quite a lot. I like being able to use what I have in my home without any fear of potentially causing long-term effects on my family and those that I love and that I'm cooking for. Now that we know what we love about them, we also found that there's a learning curve. As a chef of over 20 years, I have used countless varieties of pans. I've used all sorts of different brands from high end to low end. I grew up cooking with Tefal pans, like the lowest of the low. And I have used in industry things like Made In. I have used Tramontina. Those are ones that I stand behind here in my house as well. I've used HexClad, I've used Calphalon, and the list goes on and on and on. I have had a lot of experience with all sorts of different sizes, shapes, and qualities of pans. And just like all those pans, you need to get into the kitchen and you need to practice with your tool and get used to it. A pan, just like a knife and a pair of tongs, will eventually become an extension of your body. You are using your hands to move things around, to saute, to flip, to stir, to shake, to swirl. So the learning curves that we found here were a bit surprising to us as well. We had assumed that we could just take this thing out of the box, get it seasoned up, following the instructions, and just roll with it. Unfortunately, that wasn't fully the case. We were really, really looking at these pans specifically as a nonstick option to cook our eggs. That is the one area in the kitchen that I like to have a nonstick. So we cooked some eggs. We're still cooking some eggs, and we're still practicing, and we're still learning. Eggs are a tough thing to cook. They are not forgiving. They do not let you hide. And as a chef, that is one of the things that I've had to learn to cook over and over and over again, because there are many chefs that will actually judge you on how you cook an egg, and that will cement your ability to get a job in certain kitchens. The stakes aren't that high here, but we cook eggs regularly. A lot of times in our household, we're actually eating breakfast for dinner because it's awesome. We decided to test out some eggs, scrambled eggs, over easy eggs, medium hard, you name it, we worked with it. We learned very, very quickly that these pans are not an out-of-box, ready-to-go non-stick surface. These eggs, as we started to cook with them, stuck quite regularly. These pans are what are called a hybrid. So they are part stainless steel, part non-stick coating. That stainless steel cooks different than that non-stick coating, and because that stainless steel is on top, the egg is wanting to grab a hold of that. So that surprised us. We thought if we followed the instructions on their little guide here that comes in the pots and pans for seasoning, that everything would be good to go. We, without any extra chef intuition, just followed the instructions here to see whether they stood up to the test. Now, the instructions tell you to heat up your pan, oil it down with just a little bit of oil, make sure it's coated evenly. You kick your pan to a medium-low heat and let it go for 2 to 3 minutes. That is supposed to season your pan, basically making it a little bit more non-stick, getting a coating on there that's going to help release your meat, your eggs, your vegetables, all that kind of stuff. Same concept of seasoning a cast iron pan. The more you do it, the more non-stick it becomes. Now, in fine print at the very bottom of that, it said that your pan's performance will increase and get better over the next couple of weeks. That part's true. However, seasoning the pan for 3 minutes did not help those eggs release as quickly as the demonstration that we were shown at the store. We found over the last couple of months that the further that we cooked in this, the more we seasoned the pan, the better things got. So I know that I mentioned that these pans heat fast, and that is something that we really love. It is also part of the learning curve here. These pans heated up so much faster and more evenly than other pans that I use in my day job that I've actually wound up roaching some things. As a chef, I multitask quite often. I typically have multiple pans on going at the same time, knowing where I'm going, playing the long game, watching what's happening, and knowing 2 to 3 steps ahead where I need to be. A lot of times, chefs will start preheating a pan, knowing that they're coming back to that in just a quick moment while they get other things going with their mise en place. And in those quick moments, this pan heated up so much faster than I realized it was going to. And again, I have actually scorched some vegetables, I have overcooked some eggs, and I've actually burnt some chicken while I was searing it. Great practice. It's a great reminder that this equipment is different and that it does come with this learning curve. So although it is great that it heats up so fast, I needed to learn where that level was and readjust the way that I cook with these pans at home. The last bit of learning curve that we found was the handle. Now this might seem like a very finicky thing to pick on, but I am a little bit picky with my pans. With the size of my hands and the way that I move in the kitchen, the shape and the size of the handle really matter to me. The HexClad pans come with a handle that is relatively good in length, but it is a very round handle. There is not a whole lot of grip on it, and if you have shorter fingers or smaller hands, specifically if you're working with kiddos, these pan handles are a bit harder to hold on to. Also, while I'm cooking, my hands typically will start to collect a little bit of cooking oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of moisture because I'm washing my hands constantly. They're never truly fully dry once we get going, and that can cause some problems with the way that the handle starts to roll in my hand. If I'm picking a pan up to saute or move things around and shape the pan, that handle does not want to stay where I want it to, and it takes a little bit more effort to make sure that my pan is solid in my hand. I like a good flat handle like you would find on an all-clad or in some cases a Calphalon. Once I got used to the pan over a couple of months of cooking, my hands hold on to things where I need to be. I know that I need to dry my hands just a little bit more. I can't go in from immediately washing my hands back into the kitchen. And that learning curve is no longer a problem. Again, this is a review. We wanted to give you our honest opinion, and that's just something that if I had the perfect pan, that pan handle would be just a little bit more flat. Okay, so now you know why we bought them, what we love about them, where the learning curves were, but now you've been asking, who are these for? We believe that the HexClad pans are for frequent home cooks, people who are what we would consider high mileage cooks. So if you're cooking frequently, you want to have a really good, high quality pan, one that you can trust and rely on, one that you put the miles on, one that you become very familiar with, and again, becomes an extension of your hands. These are great for that. We believe that HexClad are also for people who are looking for premium, luxury, and high quality. Now, that does not mean that you have to buy them. That doesn't mean you have to have them. But there are cooks out there that do not have to worry about money as much as some others, and they can afford higher quality things. These pans are premium. They are luxury. They're gorgeous. They're really, really high quality, and definitely fit the bill there. If money is not an issue, it's not something that you are worried about, these pans will work perfectly for you. The last group of people that these pans would be for are, again, people like us that are looking for a bit more peace of mind on the material that the pan is coated with. We want a non-stick coating, and it has the freedom of use for the utensils that I choose to use. I love that we don't have to use any particular utensil, and if you're like that, this pan is for you. So with that said too, we've got a few people that these pans are not for. Now, as Red Shoe chefs and as Amazon affiliates, we have shown you and stood behind that mentality that we're not going to hawk a bunch of high-end stuff just because we can. And there is a couple of groups of people that these pans are just not for. Most specifically, people who are on a budget. These pans are very, very expensive. I have been on a budget most of my adult life, and up until just recently, I couldn't afford these things. They are premium price. Again, I have a receipt to prove it, $380 some odd. I have bought sets of pans for $150 that do exactly the same things in almost every category that we've reviewed here. The last group of people that these pans do not work for are people who are looking for a 100% foolproof pan that becomes an easy kitchen hack to make their cooking better. These pans do not make you a better chef, because the tools and the equipment that you use in the kitchen do not replace the skill, they amplify it. And if you don't have the skill, these pans will magnify that. They will show you that you just don't know what you're doing. They will fight you along the way, and it will make the experience much less enjoyable. But that's why we're here. We're here to show that everyone can cook. We're here to give you the best advice that we can with industry experience and many, many, many hours of trial and error. And that's why we're doing a red shirt review. So would I buy them again? Yes, but with a caveat. These pans to us do live up to most of the hype. They are well built, well made. They feel like they're going to last a very long time, potentially even long enough that I would be able to hand these down to Xander and Paisley. But again, they do not replace your skill. Without that skill, without the practice, and without the muscle memory being worked into you via just constantly being in the kitchen, these pans won't live up to that hype. And with those caveats, we also still stand behind all of the pans that we've worked with up until this point. We have upgraded most of the pans to these HexClads, but we still have other pans in our kitchen. We still have Dutch ovens, we still have cast irons, we still have other brands. And the fun thing is we're gonna link all of those in the description below. And the links that we're gonna give you will take you to Amazon at no extra cost to you, so you can do your own research. You'll see all sorts of different pans used in our other videos. You'll be able to look at and compare prices. We're gonna give you the HexClad prices. We're gonna show you some other brands like Tramontina and AllClad. You'll be able to make the decisions for yourself and your family that best suit you. Now that you're armed with our 4 months of practice, our 4 months of knowledge, and our 4 months of trial and error, you will be able to pick the pans that you want that fit your specific level in the kitchen and your needs. And that's more important than almost anything else. We want you to feel confident and comfortable in the kitchen. And at the end of the day, the best tools are the ones that help you get into the kitchen and find the joy of cooking. So keep at it, keep learning, keep leveling up, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Until the next one, we'll see you.